Hey guys, my name's Chase Maddox and I spent a couple days with Mark Lettieri, who is a professional session guitarist. In this video, I'm showing you a very short clip where he teaches you how to play pop guitar. Now there's a lot more to this session. It's about 90 minutes more inside Chase's Guitar Academy, where Mark also teaches you the tones to use as a pro session guitarist, how to blend as a band, his melodic rhythm concepts, how to play over Prince, Luther Vandross, R&B, modern pop tunes, stuff that doesn't even have guitar, you name it. If you want to check that out, just join a 7-day free trial of Chase's Guitar Academy. I'll let you get into it.
I'm just going to get started. This will kind of give us some concepts about melodic rhythm guitar. I love triads. They're very, very important. It's just 3 notes. Sometimes I'm only going to play 2 notes, but you can get away with a lot if you know the key of the song and just some triadic stuff on where to play it, all that stuff. All right, here we go. So you're probably like, well, what do you want to do here? You could do nothing here, and that's fine. Or you could do stuff, right? So we have D, so I'll come in. On the chorus. Don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't stop caring about me now. Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the word goodbye? Though it took some time to survive you. I'm better on the I'm going to stop and start and sort of explain things as I go. Here's the cool thing. The song's in D major, right? You can play D major pentatonic sounding stuff over this entire song. The benefit of that is we have this just lovely root voicing where I'm playing basically the root, the 6, and the 5, right? Now, this is a great triad. I'm going to play the A triad. Now over B, we have like a B minor 9 sound, B minor 11. Over the D, straight up B minor. Over E, we have that cool kind of E suspended sound. Right? It's all in the key of D major, and I'm just playing these 2 triads. A triad, D triad. So I'm incorporating it with this like very kind of standard R&B groove kind of maneuver. You can play any rhythm you want. I was a little too much reverb. I should listen to my own advice. Whatever the groove is. So here's the chorus. Here's a cool thing to do over the chorus. Right here, since it's just like this kind of lush padding, we'll play lush pads. You can play some nice chords. Step on your delay for this. A nice colorful E minor voicing, and then for the F sharp to G there, you can kind of get big, you know. Let's see how that sounds. I'll back it up. sounds like there's a little in the track there. So, E minor. E minor. Oh yeah. You could play this over the whole outro. Oh, the song's over. Short song, pop songs. All right, so here, I'll go back to the verse. So again, you can play over the verse, I would say something really simple. Right? And then add a chord at the end. I was adding this. So a lot of times if I'm coming up with a groove part, I'll think of it in groupings of 4. Everything's in 4/4. You can think of it in like 2-bar phrases, 4-bar phrases, where it's like I'm repeating something for 3 times, and then the 4th time I'll do something different. So let me get to the verse here. Did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Okay, so. Simple stuff, right? So, choose the rhythm of your choice. The main thing here is whatever you're playing, the notes gotta be, especially that picking stuff, the note duration has to be short. Can't be long. If it's too long, it's not funky, right? You can keep the sort of chang-a-lang for the chordal stuff. Whatever. Now back to you can also play the chords. Let's see, so now we're at the chorus. And I'm just gonna play basically the top 3 strings of every change. See the grooves. Oh no, it's another verse, right? So. Don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now. Check this out. If you're gonna do a guitar fill like that, do it after the vocal. There you go. Okay? Notice how she went, and then I played something. Don't play it on top of the vocal. The nice thing about this is that she's singing, the way she does her phrasing is that there's a space for you to do something. Now, it's also kind of an interesting thing to have a conversation with the rest of your band to make sure that 3 other people aren't putting a fill there at the same point. That's something you guys can talk about in rehearsal. If it's like, hey, guitar player, maybe you are the filler on this tune versus, I don't know if there's a horn section. I don't know what the makeup of y'all's band are, but you can totally play a keyboard lick in there too. All right, so. Play the chorus. G, D, B, or E, B, Cool, so for that section, maybe I want to ditch the bit like that and play the chords. So I'm just playing E minor 7, was it B, G major 7, sus. I'm adding like this kind of sound so there's no third, but you can put the third in there. Sometimes the third is kind of a bright sound, which is cool. It's nice to arrive at the third, which is why I do that, right? But really, I call these tiny chords because really the only notes that matter are on the top 3 strings. This the tiniest strings of the guitar, right? And the rhythm. So, oh, sorry. Cool. Now you probably hear a little bit of strings ringing. Who gives a shit about that? It doesn't matter. You're not going to hear it in the band mix anyway. But I like to keep a little like control with my right hand so that I'm really only hitting the strings that I need to hit. Now you can kind of throw into some of those little like little Hendrixy kind of like Curtis Mayfield sort of things. All this stuff that I'm doing basically comes from an era of rhythm guitar that existed from like the mid 70s into the end of the 80s. So players like Nile Rodgers, players like Paul Jackson Jr., please remember these names. If you want to take out your phone right now and write these down, it's totally cool. Nile Rodgers, Paul Jackson Jr., David Williams, Eric Gale, Wah Wah Watson, I said Curtis Mayfield, Al McKay from Earth, Wind & Fire, Steve Lukather from Toto. That kind of like colorful rhythmic R&B guitar playing can be applied to anything. In fact, I have a theory that I think Edward Van Halen was studying a lot of that stuff because he plays a lot of his like Panama and those kind of tracks. It's all tiny chords. It's all little triads and stuff like that. He was just playing it through a hot-rodded Marshall turned up to 1,000. But there's a lot of R&B guitar in there too, you know. Anybody have any questions about any of that? Yeah.
Just one. So when you talk about the triads in D major, so what you're going off of is, D major, the triads that are in that key center.
Right.
And you just pick the ones that have the colors you want.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can play the exact triads of the chords, right? But some of these are sort of like they can exist over the whole thing, like the D, like that D triad to A triad, kind of over the whole thing. Because really, all you're doing is just playing the root, which is D. But again, another thing to do is pick a triad in the key. So, like for example, this shape, and then just see what each bass note sounds like over it, right? And that'll kind of help you pick out where you want to use them, right? Because like, for example, over G, we get that beautiful G major 9 sound, right? So that's cool. Over E minor 9, E sus kind of sound. B is a straight B minor, right? A, which they don't use in this song, but it was sort of like an A suspended sound, right? But yeah, learning your triads is so important. Because all of this rhythm guitar stuff is kind of based around it. Does that help?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.